Hello and welcome to Simply Solve's Video Resource Library. In our session today, we're going to explore the Update module. Open up the LiAM application and select Update. Update allows you to make the same changes to multiple assets. It's more efficient than doing them one at a time through the asset record process. So there's several ways that you can populate your multiple update list. One is by scanning assets directly into the asset tag field. Another is to take all of the assets that are in a specific status or location, program, custodian, user, owner, or state, and populate those en masse in the list. So for our first example, let's go ahead and take all the assets that are in G. Sanders' name. This custodian is leaving the company and we need to transfer them to another custodian. So all we have to do is just select G. Sander, select Show. This will show all of his assets. If there are assets that are in his list that we do not want to transfer, we can simply uncheck them. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and transfer all of his assets to a new custodian. So if we go ahead and just populate that field, we can now select Update, and all of the assets that were in the old custodian's name have now been transitioned to the new custodian's name. To validate that, we can go to the Asset module, select the asset list, look at the assets that we have just transitioned, and see that they are now in the new custodian's name. All right, let's go back to the Update module. And now we want to go ahead and select assets from a barcode scanner. So we're just going to go ahead and pick a few assets here. Say these three assets came into your organization and you wanted to update their locations to the current location. You can go ahead and select the assets, select the current location, and then select Update. Also, some other options you have before you select Update. If you have paperwork, shipping, receiving paperwork that you want to make reference to for these assets, you can go ahead and select Attach. Then you can go ahead and attach an attachment. We'll go ahead and use our desktop image. And then when you go ahead and attach, when you go ahead and update, those assets will now have that attachment. You can do the same thing for notes. So with an attachment and a note and the assets ready to be updated, we can select Update. Now our assets are updated. To validate, we're going to go in and look at these assets in our asset listing. We are going to see now that we do have a new location for the asset, and the asset attachment is now present as well. And we can open up the note and see that we now have a test note from the bulk update process. So this is a very great feature to be able to not only update assets in bulk, but also to make the same attachment and notes pertinent to every asset that you have updated. This concludes our session on the use of the Update module to update multiple assets at the same time. If you have any questions, feel free to visit us at trackitwithliam.com. Go to our contact support page and go ahead and ask us your questions or any other assistance that we can provide you. This concludes our session on the Update module.